G'day everyone, welcome back. I just got to the boat. There's only 7 hours left in the day and I really want to try and get this bow done. I don't want to have a YouTube channel that's just all about repairing this one part of the bow, so I'm going to get straight into it. After seeing all the corrosion in the bow, I decided to pick up an ultrasonic thickness tester and I'm going to measure the thickness of the steel. How these ultrasonic thickness testers work is they send out a sound wave, and that sound wave echoes through the steel and then bounces back. And it's got two little crystals in here that will measure the time it takes for that sound to get sent and received. And then you calculate the velocity of the steel and then it'll tell you the thickness. So I thought while the ultrasonic thickness tester is still here, I'll just have a quick look at the keel, because I know that they've poured the cement and the ballast in the keel here. I'm just not sure if they've done it the same process as they've done the bilge there, and if they coated in a primer or something to protect the steel before they poured in the concrete. So I'll just thickness test all the keel here as well and make sure that that's fine before we go too crazy. So before we get to fixing the internals and welding that top plate on, I'm going to have to come and cut this plate out. I'm going to have to cut at least 3 inches out here. We've got 3.5 mil here, so probably cut across here, down, just that little section there. So I've got my little triangular piece here I've just cut out of the bow, and there's a section here that's 2.8 mil thick. If I flip that over, and you can see how undulated and rusty that piece is, and I don't know if you see it on the camera, but I can just put a straight edge on that and I can see how undulated that is. You can even just see just through the thickness of the metal here just how thin it gets there, and it gets much thicker back here. Thin, thick, nice and juicy here. So I measured these areas and that was 5 mil thick and that was 5.4 mil thick. Yep, can even measure that with my verniers. That's 5.4 mil thick, just like the ultrasonic thickness meter said. And then yeah, we're down to just under 3 mil here, 2.8. So it's a good thing we checked and we're removing this because this didn't have a lot of life left in it. So I'm just going to go do more inspections on that area, make sure I don't have to cut any more steel out, and then we're going to have to start welding it up. So we've cut this piece out here, we've gone back to taking off all the crappy material. We're still a little bit thin here, so I'm going to cut out a little bit more around here just because that's still thin there. Now I measured the other side with ultrasonic thickness tester and I found that is the minimum wall thickness is 4 mil, so I don't really need to cut that one out, but it may just be worthwhile cutting that out just to put some new steel in there, and it will be easier to repair and blast in here. I'll get a better blast because I get my nozzle in here, both sides, and I'll be able to address these bad drains in here. I'd want to remove them, and if I can't remove them, I might drill some holes lower down while I've got the steel out to get the water draining from the very bottom. So I might just cut the other side out too. So I've now cut out both sides of this bow bottom area. So we've still got a whole bunch of stuff in here. So now I can easily get in here, blast this area nice everywhere. I'll try and get in here and remove these bits of stainless, and if I can't, I will get in there and drill the holes through. So I can now repair this area a lot better. Put a plate on there, weld it in. I'll blast the plate before I weld it in, make it easier for me a bit afterwards. So I've made up a couple of cardstock templates, port and starboard, of the bits that I've just cut out, which had all that corrosion on them. Got my 6mm plate, and we're going to cut them out. So I've done my 2 replacement pieces, just sitting in there nice and firmly at the moment. So I've got to take these out again, finish blasting, get that corrosion out, get it all painted, and then we'll put these in and weld them all up. These are all nicely blasted in here now. I have drilled holes in the bottom of these tubes so that if there's any water pulling up, it's not going to get up to here. It's just going to go down that hole on both sides. Welded up the first side, Now we're going to weld this side up. Trying to get a lot of work done, so we didn't get a lot of filming, and there was a lot of other activities going around, so there was a lot of noise. So I've just mixed up some epoxy primer, and I'll go up and show you where we're up to. Made a bit of a mess on the deck here. So welded down there inside and outside the hull, so there's no possible problems anymore. We've blasted, so we've just got all bare metal now, and time to put some epoxy primer on. Alright, unfortunately Father Time beat me again today. I was so close to finishing. I'll show you what we've got. So I've got the two triangle pieces in, not that we can really see them very well. I've put the covers, the little hatches on, just so I don't get too much water in there. But basically we'll open them up with your water pump on this side. Open this one up, and you bring out your high pressure water hose, so as the chain's coming up through here we can wash it down. So it's basically what that forward compartment is for. I wanted to get in there and paint the inside with a white bilge paint. Unfortunately I just did not get the time to do that, so I'm not sure if this video will come out very well in the light, because I just had to get the spotty out, but I couldn't continue any further. I can't see what I'm doing. The mozzies are eating me. So that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Stay tuned next week, where since this bow is basically done, we can actually get back to some exciting work and making this boat actually look nice, instead of just continuing on with that job that just kept giving. So stay tuned, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and we'll get back to everyone. Thanks guys.